Welcome back to KOTOR and the Adventures of Peck Jokins here on Ricotta Prime. Ricotta Cheese Prime. Let's not run down that guy around the corner. Let's get this guy that we can jump. There you go. Good job, Peck. You remembered your jumping skills. That's what we want to see. Just brutally pouncing the shit out of dudes. We should find these Mandalorians before we do anything else. I looked up the side quest situation here, and this Mandalorian quest is pretty much the only side quest. We can get locked out of this if we don't do it right away, basically. That's the short version. So it's best just to get it out of the way, I think. Now, I don't know where they are. Having said that, I love these damage numbers. Just evaporating rancors. Not a problem whatsoever. Rune-covered pillars. Pillar has a number of glyphs. Unfortunately, I have no idea what it means. Pillar reads, to open the other, the sun and moon must be in the concordance of years. Well, I thought it said we have no idea what it means. How does it have a description? We have no idea what it means. Huh? Explain that to me. Pilgrims to open the other sun and moon must be in concordance. There are a number of glyphs. Examine the glyphs. There are several pairs of glyphs on the pillar's face. Large circle with a ray spreading out from it. The glyph is associated with some chart or map, some of the star maps. Crescent-shaped glyph the moon. Glyph is associated with a small humanoid figure bearing uncanny resemblance to Rakatans. Seems to be tracing a circle around the sun. A spiral-shaped glyph with two strands entwined, the helix. Glyph is associated with a small ricotta-like figure. A rune glyph whose face has been scraped off the other. Glyph is associated with a symbol like that of the sun, but with some sort of beam or ray connecting them. We can't be sure, but there may be some sort of pictorial history of the Rakatan species. The very bottom of the pillar is a larger, more complicated range of glyphs that shows a large sun and the other connected by a line with the moon, tracing a circle beneath both. The helix lies within the moon. Okay. Are these all the same? Is this... On its face are several rings that we wrote to bring the other glyphs into proximity to each other. Okay, wait. We might have like a cut content puzzle or something I didn't know about exactly? Okay. Moon on the peak. Wait, okay, so this is moon on the peak, this is sun on the peak. Okay. Actually, let's examine the glyphs on this one. Examine the glyphs. Several different glyphs. Large round glyph with rays spreading out from it. Smaller, the moon, spiral, helix, and the other. Rearrange? All glyphs are poised beneath the sun. Yeah. I get what it wants me to do. I'm just not sure which choice is the correct one here. Let's look at this again. To open the others, the sun and the moon must be in concordance. Examine the glyphs again. Large circle, the sun, associated with the map. The moon. Traces a circle around the sun. The helix. The other. Associated with a symbol like that of the sun, with a beam connected them. So the moon and the helix? So do I... rearrange the glyphs. Sun draws away from the moon. The other draws away from the moon. To draw the other way from the moon, the sun draws away from both. Moon stands in the center of the helix beneath it. The other is separated from it. The sun is separated from both. Leave the pillar. Rearrange the glyphs. The helix draws away from the sun. The other draws away with it. Sun stands at the center with the moon. The helix with the other beneath is separated. The other returns to the sun. The other returns. Rearrange. Sun with the moon and the other, the helix is separated. Moon draws away from the sun. The other draws away with it. Rearrange the glyphs. The other returns to the sun. Leave? Sun, the moon. Moon, okay, so let's think about this. So we've got moon tracing a circle around sun. And the helix, which is also associated with a ricotta. The very bottom is a larger, more complicated arrangement. It shows a sun with the other connected with a line to it, moon around both, helix within the moon. So we got sun connected to the other, surrounded by a circle with the moon, and the helix is inside the moon. Now, how the fuck does that translate to this puzzle? How does that connect to this? The moon stands in the center of the helix beneath it. The other is separated. The sun is separated from both. Sun returns to the other or to the moon? Sun returns to the other. The moon stands in the center with the helix beneath it. The other, with the sun beneath, is separated from it. The moon pillar is in the concordance of years. Okay. This one's working. We got it. Sun in the center with the other beneath it. Moon is separated. The helix is separated from both. The helix returns to the moon. Oh, it's in the concordance of years. Okay, you have to re-examine it. And this has done what? It certainly did something. Face of the pillar must reveal some sort of wearable band within. You quickly take it as the pillar closes again. Okay. Very cool. What was this? That would sound like it goes in the shield slot. You know? Problem is, I have all this shit in my inventory. Or gloves, maybe. I really wish there was like a "you received," etc. pop-up, so that I could know what in the fuck I had just gotten. Huh. Okay. I can try and look up if this is... if this is base game quick, maybe? Okay. This is cut content. So I have essentially no way of knowing what the reward was. Because all my equipment has been restored to my inventory as new stuff. So that sucks. It could be any like armband shield thing. It could even be like restored but not it could be that it's not a unique item in the restored version. It could just be like random, you know, loot. So yeah, I could theoretically try to figure out like what I might have that I didn't have before, but I'm just not sure that would be worth the effort. I'm so curious what this was. I kind of want to know this like badly. I might try to figure this out. Give me a second. It's not a wristband. It's a headband. Ancient Ricotta band. This has to be it. This is definitely not something I've seen before. Resist 30 dark side, resist 30 light side, save, force powers +5, bonus feat, force immunity, fear, paralysis, stun. What the fuck, bro? Give me that shit. Put that on my face. That's crazy. Yeah, I mean, that's, forget the wisdom band. This feels much better for our character. I would rather have immunity to these status effects than the wisdom giving me extra saves. And, like, I just swing with my sticks. I don't actually, use my wisdom for force powers, so it doesn't make any sense for me to actually have the wisdom. The circlet of Suresh or whatever, to actually have that, is not, important. Okay, what I should do, I should probably go through and get all of these, like, to not be purple, so that when we do get a new reward, we can find the goddamn thing. There does seem to be more cut content on this planet. I was skimming the description of the mod, and there are other things here. Okay, I've clicked on every item in the inventory. So that's resolved. Yeah, the one thing I saw specifically in the notes, when I skimmed the mod description, was like a Sith apprentice or something on this planet. Okay, these are the Mandalorians. Alright, Mr. Jolie Bindo, let's go with the nice stasis field here, maybe a nice stasis field over here, and then maybe one over here for good measure. Juhani, let's get moving. Okay, maybe we can't move, so can we blast this guy, maybe? Yeah, okay, that's something. That's something useful. Okay, I guess that guy's fucking dead already.
What?
You will fall.
Alright.
I think I've been poisoned.
Okay, I think we got the lead guy or something there.
Sure.
Oh, okay, I can't get to him, because I am also just glued to the ground. Alright, well, he had the dumb idea of closing to me, so that's great. We'll spam some cures here until we can move. Oh, Jolie is dead. Fair enough.
What is it?
Okay, I should probably try to, CC him. Okay, we're able to move. Get him. Get him. Okay, I am gonna die.
Sure.
That is what a Jedi can do.
Alright. Not the cleanest engagement, but we are primarily short-range fighters, so getting ambushed with adhesive grenades is actually a very effective strategy for the Mandalorians to execute on us. Dark Jedi Master Robe. Look, I am light side, but I'm also a big fan of fashion. So that's the same goddamn robe. Excuse me? Okay, well, we know in our heart of hearts that it is a Dark Jedi Master robe, so, let's go with that. Actually, do we have a... Yeah, everybody's got a Master robe? Okay. And we have 2 to spare. Alright.
What?
And you need?
Yeah.
Yes?
Thank you for buffing me. I don't know why you decided to do that just now, but, like, thanks, I guess. Okay, this is just a decorative pillar. All of these guys are looted. There is no loot hiding in this corner. Nope, just a Mandalorian ambush. Just an old-fashioned, old-timey ambush. Okay, so that's it for the temple grounds. I don't know what the deal with this, like, Sith apprentice thing is. Could be, in the temple or somewhere else or in one of the other compounds. For now, let's go back, turn in this Mandalorian thing. Can I guess I probably can't just, like, retransit back to ship or something, yeah. I can't go, like, that way, I don't think, right? I'm pretty sure I checked everything there was to check. We didn't see anybody who wasn't just a Rakata in the Rakata base here. So, if anything, every fucking time, Jolie. Hurry up, old man. The arthritis can't be that bad. I see him. He's right there. I will say, against non-Force users, this headpiece doesn't do anything, right? Because this is resistance versus psi, the different alignments, the Force powers, which is like, I don't know, the functional... I guess it's explicitly damage resistance, so a like, neutral Force power, I guess? Or maybe just this is effectively damage resist 30 versus all Force powers? But yeah, this is all Force stuff. So, like, against a non-Force wielder, this headpiece does nothing. But I guess that's fine. You have returned. Have you managed to slay the aliens who massacred my warriors? They are dead. Here is their head. Thank you for what you have done. The souls of my warriors can rest at peace now. With this head, I can gain the strength so that we may overcome his people in the future. And now, for the reward I promised. Oh yeah, isn't there, like, loot? Yeah. Here's my hidden secret box. Found these while searching on the wreckage. I don't know what they do, but I hid them here quite some time ago. They are yours now. Thank you, savage, vicious, monstrous alien friend. Cool, we got a level there. And we acquire a stealth unit, clothing variant 5. Very cool. Laser mine, is that? Huh. Stealth plus 6 on the belt, okay. Well, sure, I mean, nothing too special, but... Laser mine doesn't sound familiar, but we do have other ones, so it must be. Alright, well, let's do one of these. Level you up. Skills. I was splitting my points, it looks like, into awareness, and I feel like that... Well, it doesn't... Treat injury doesn't actually affect the force power, right? This is specifically med packs. This doesn't fucking matter. Sure, whatever. If it makes me trip over one last mine, maybe it's worth the investment. Yeah, you're kind of done. I guess we talked maybe about drain life. Sure. Oh, but you have like 1,000,000,000 points in awareness, so I didn't really need to put it on Jolie. That's fine. Whatever. Affliction, Whirlwind. Stun Droid would be probably better. This is level 19 though, so I can't finish it. Unless I get 2 powers at the final level, but I highly doubt that. So if I'm finishing anything, I guess I could do Plague. I mean, I'm never clicking this anyway. I might as well take a Force Power I just don't have on another character. Alright. Can I? Sure. Do I unlock new dialogue with you because you leveled up?
What is it?
No.
Got something on.
Oh yeah, no, he was done anyway. It's Canderous that maybe I could talk to somebody. Let's do a quick party swap. Might as well.
Huh?
I like leveling people up. We might as well level everybody up.
Yes?
Yeah, what are you?
What are your thoughts now?
I'm not happy with the way my life has turned. I'm not the Mandalore I once was. I don't even think I'm the merc I was when I joined you. I think I need something more than killing and fighting in my life. I need a purpose or something like that.
What will you do?
The way the Mandalorians, we fought. It holds no appeal for me. To rape and ravage worlds for the thrill of battle. It gets old. Very old.
Car's just staring out to the ocean, ignoring the conversation.
Comrades in arms. The code of the Mandalore. I think I'm something different now. Maybe more. 3
seasons of an increasingly inferior TV show. You're on a Mandalorian now?
No. The time of the clans is past. I don't think the galaxy wants them anymore. Maybe in the future, but not now. Once my time with you is done, once you have moved on to greater things, I'll find my own way once again.
You put on some armor and become a faceless character in a sequel, maybe.
Maybe even under the Republic, or the Sith. But dreaming about the future is stupid right now. We should get down to our business and finish it. If we survive all this, maybe we could talk about it then. Is there something else you want to know?
Goodbye.
Your choice.
I didn't get a ping for the quest. I feel like this is just bugged, unfortunately. But it feels like the conversation is still progressing correctly. It feels like just the quest is bugged. Actually, the Joggy quest is gone. It's just the Canderous part of the quests, oddly enough. Why is this the only completed quest by order received?
Yeah, what are you... This world is... odd. It looks like a battlefield, but the environment here is lush and green. Whatever happened here was a long time ago. I have seen many strange worlds in my time, but this world is stranger still. I don't like this place.
Alright.
Something happened, or is happening here, and I don't like it. We should get out of here as soon as possible. You have anything else you want to...
Nope.
Your choice.
Interesting. Does that...
Yeah, what are you...
Okay, it does come back. I was gonna say, it like wasn't a conversation option anymore, but it does come back. Okay. I might as well level everybody up at this point. Droids, level up. I don't know. I'll just level those in sync. It's fine. It doesn't matter. You and you and you and you. Oops. 21, 21, 21, 21, 11. Wait. Are these... Yeah, these are class skills. I'm just gonna go awareness on him, I guess. I don't really give a shit. It really doesn't matter. We did power attack. We finished toughness. We got melee. We finished implants. So probably crit strike to have any, like, you must have the 3 tiers of abilities to use the sword type stuff is probably the way to go. Alright, let's get our real team back. Now that we leveled. I'm going to talk to Juhani again and see if there's any change in the dialogue now that we've dismissed her. Stop moving!
How may I be?
Can we talk?
What does it do?
Nothing.
How may I?
I wonder if maybe we go back to the ship. I'm assuming she's stuck too, that it's like a bug or something. Because it really felt like her conversation was done. But of course I kind of also felt that way about Candaris's conversation. So I mean, like, how are we stuck? What were you doing? Did you have to take a leak or something? How? We were all right here! Juhani, what the fuck are you doing? How can you get lost? I literally have got eye contact with you, and you still aren't behind me when I go to zone. This is pretty futile trying to check this, but it bugs me having that quest conversation still, like, hanging there. With these ship parts, you may be able to repair the Ebon Hawk's hyperdrive. Is this actually a thing I do? Oh. Hyperdrive repaired. XP gained. Okay, cool. We could have probably done this, like, way afterwards, but...
How may I be of a? What is it?
Okay. Yeah, I don't think we can have a conversation with her. Maybe there was one more conversation or something to have, like, before we were revealed as Revan. That's now just locked out or something. I don't know. It feels weird to me because, like, we finished up like everybody else's stuff, but if they do, like, conversations do progress on, like, different, like, conditions, then maybe we did just miss hers. Well, anyway, we're heading to the other group now, which is... Wait, this is the temple exterior. This is the South Beach. Yeah. South Beach is where we're going. Whatever. I feel like we did see the conversation essentially to its conclusion. Like, we found out her whole backstory, largely, about, you know, her meeting Revan or whatever, every goddamn time. Okay, so this over here, I think, was the beachfront compound. Now, I did check for, oh, hello, for, light side points. We do want to align with the other faction that's coming up and not the one that sent us here, which is not surprising because they were pretty warlike. Like, they were pretty well telegraphed as the dark side option, but at least I know that the choice does, in fact, matter. And that's why we needed to finish up that side quest, because we are going to betray the dark side group. The warrior Rakata for these ones. Do I just walk in there and get tased? I forgot how this works. I think I just try to walk in and get tased or something, right? Don't tase me, bro. Oh, or this. You are not Rakata. What is your business here, off-worlder? I seek the Star Forge. You are Revan. The council wishes to speak with you. You may enter. Okay, no, I don't get tased. Maybe we get tased if it's if we go hostile or something. Maybe I dreamt that. Maybe it came to me in a dream and it was never true. All right. We of the Elder Council did not expect to see you again, Revan. We thought you had betrayed us. Why have you returned to our village after all this time? I spoke to you once before. What did I want? Is this some kind of test, Revan? Some kind of trick? You came seeking our aid. You came in search of a way to enter the Temple of the Ancients. You claim to be seeking a way to destroy the Star Forge, and we were foolish enough to believe you. Unaware of your true nature, we helped you enter the temple. But you betrayed us, Revan. Instead of destroying the terrible legacy of our ancestors, you unleashed the evil of the Star Forge upon an unsuspecting galaxy. Now you stand before the Council of Elders once more, and once more we ask you, for what reason have you returned, Revan? I need to get into the temple so I can destroy the Star Forge. Do you think us fools, Revan? Do you think we have forgotten how you lied to us last time? Why should we believe you now? My mind was destroyed, all my memories were lost. It changed me. I am not who I once was. They say the experiences of our past define us and make us who we are. If this is true, you have lost your memories, then perhaps you are changed. But how are we to know this is not some trick again, Revan? I am a servant of the light. I must make amends for the mistakes of my past. You say that you are not who you once were, yet you sit here on our world, you repeat the patterns of your last visit. Like the last time you have crashed here, like the last time you have come seeking our help. How have you changed, Revan? The one wanted me to kill you, but I have come here peacefully. Again, you repeat the patterns from before. You know we hold the secrets are in the temple. That is why you do not attack us. You come in the guise of a friend. How do we know that you're not going to betray us again? I cannot prove what is in my heart. I ask you only judge me by my actions. We sense you mean the words you speak, but words are easy to say. It's the actions that prove the true nature of your character. I think those were scripted failures. You must prove to us that you are not the same as you once were, Revan. You must prove that you have changed. How can I prove that? Recently, several of our scouts were captured by the One. Most of them were brutally slaughtered, but we have information that one of the scouts is still alive. We use unimaginable tortures to force the scout to reveal everything he knows about our tribe. Once the One is done with him, the scout will be executed like the others. You must prove you have truly changed by risking your own life to save another. Rescue our scout from the clutches of the One, and we will consider helping you. Maybe I can negotiate with the One to release your hostage. We would prefer if you could find some way to save the prisoner without bloodshed, but we don't believe that will be possible. The One does not like to negotiate. So if I save the prisoner, you'll help me? Risking your life to save the prisoner would show us that you are sincere about making amends for the past. I'll be back after I rescue that prisoner. The prisoner is being held in the chamber of the One himself. Return to us once he is free. Until then, you have free run of our enclave. Okay. So we can ransack the fuck out of this place. I will save before I offend somebody or something. Yeah, these are, they are different color than the other Rakatas. I forgot that was a thing. That the ones that had, like, went underneath the earth or whatever regressed. They went all Moroi. No, not Moroi. Morlock. That's the word. Moroi is a vampire thing. Morlocks are the time machine, H.G. Wells. Yeah, so these guys are all gray and icky. Not like these ones. You've returned at last, Revan. I was beginning to wonder what had happened to you in the temple. You know me? We had met previously when you last entered our enclave, many years ago. You inquired as to my research then as well. You came here and gained access to the temple, and were never heard from again. Some thought you might have betrayed us to the others, but they were never able to penetrate our defenses. But if you will help us now, then the time taken is nothing. Is there anything else you require? What are you doing? What am I doing? You mean what is the purpose of my research? What is your research? As you have heard from our historians, in our distant past we melded technology and the Force to create truly wondrous effects. We guided ships across the galaxy using our power, and incorporated its use into all aspects of our society. But something happened somewhere. What happened? There was a variety of theories on what happened. Perhaps we became immune to the effects of the Force from overuse. Perhaps our breeding habits rendered our species insensitive to it over time. None truly know. The only discernible result was that we could no longer command the forces we had. Its power had escaped us. With its loss, our technology could no longer hold us up as far above the subjugated races we ruled, and our empire began to crumble. The races we subjugated rose up, plagues swept our worlds, and we could do nothing against all these calamities. In the end, only the members of our race left here on our homeworld survived. So what is your research then? Every once in a while, there's an individual born who has an affinity for the Force. Maybe not the ability to use it directly, but at least the ability to remain open to it. I believe this is a sign that whatever genes our species had that gave us the ability to use the Force are not completely gone. Perhaps when the ancestors of the current tribes fled beneath the surface, some retained this trait. We've been working for years to isolate this gene in an attempt to resurrect it in our species as well. We of the Elders do not have Force sensitivity ourselves, but by harnessing the genetic structure of other tribes, we hope to be able to breed the gene back into our species. You're capturing prisoners for their genes? You make us seem like monsters. Truly we are not. We capture them, yes, but only because the tribes have become extremely xenophobic. They're millennia trapped on this world. They would not aid us willingly. We killed our messengers when we asked. We believe that if we get a large enough genetic sample, we can reintroduce the recessive, Force-sensitive genes back into our people, allowing us to once again gain access to the heritage of our past. You mean the temple? Yes, the temple. It can only be entered by those sensitive to the Force, so it has been barred to us for ages. Whatever we may find inside will allow us to lift the other tribes out of their barbarism to which they have fallen and restore us to a productive force in the galaxy. You're trying to restore your empire, aren't you? No, we do not want to fall down the same path that twisted our people before. This time, perhaps we will redeem ourselves in the eyes of the galaxy and become a force of good. How close are you to finishing your research? We are quite far along, having had centuries to work already, but with the arrival of another tribe on our island, we've been restricting our movements to just our enclave. We have captured a few other warriors, but the one that really interests us is their leader, the One. What's so special about him? But those genes we seek seem to be marked with the destiny that causes them to rise above others, as we did as a species early on. In hearing stories his warriors tell of the One, we believe that he may hold some of the genes we seek. He may be nearing Force sensitivity. Maybe in time, though, the difference between our people will lessen enough that we may study one another and gain the information we need. I think I skipped a line of dialogue there. What kind of information do you need? Genetic data on drifts and changes over many millennia we have been here. Specific data on exceptional individuals. If only we had access to knowledge of our ancestors, they must have known much, much more than us. They had a much greater population sample to work with. I believe in the temple there may be information we seek, perhaps in old archives or scrolls, maybe even in the ancient computer, if any is still functioning. This information would help us greatly in our work, and we would be very grateful to you for it. Is there anything else to do? I have to go now? Okay, quest acquired. So yeah, this side quest also exists. I knew about this one. I didn't mention it because it's in the temple. There was only one side quest in base game outside of the temple. This one inside the temple, and then I think that's it for the planet is the 2. And then the puzzle we did was deleted content. Don't open the monster cage. And I would like to talk to one of you maybe, but you're very hard to actually land the cursor on. Yeah. Oh, I will loot your wicker bin. I don't mind if I do. A data pad. Suspicious. Data pad contains blueprints for a variety of ancient Rakatan weapons and technology. Interesting. Cut content, maybe? I have no idea what that's for. Okay, we got some worshippers. Council thinks she might help us. I hope that they are right. Fair enough. Schmackadelia. Schmack my bitch up. Elder droid. Why does he just sound like an R2 unit? A Rancor grenade. Excuse me? What? Type of gas releases the gas highly toxic to Rancors, but ineffective against other... Okay. Oh, so probably this is intended to be used as a way to get past the Rancors? Like in the compound for the other Rakatas, the gray ones? Because they have like pet Rancors or whatever. That would be my guess. That's the exit. So what's over here? What do we got? More droids, more elders. We got a nice hole in the ground with benches full of water. Sure. Very cool. Computer room and a keeper. Let's save so I don't have to redo all that dialogue if I offend somebody. Greetings once again, Revan. I am glad that you have returned. I couldn't believe that you had betrayed us, despite what the Council said. I'm sorry, I don't remember you. My name is Orsa. I am Keeper of History for the Elders. Last time you were here, I had many questions for me. Council told us all of the destruction of your memories. But still, I hoped you might recall something of our past discussion. I wish I could remember, but I didn't. Sorry. There's no need to apologize. It just pains me to know that all you learned from me has been forgotten. Still, I would be happy to instruct you again. Actually, I do have a few questions. Yes, of course. Although you must forgive me as some of this starts to seem familiar. After all, we did go into the history of the Rakata at length last time you were here. I will do my best to enlighten you with the knowledge I hold. What subject do you wish to learn about? Okay, I'm tired of talking. I'm going to do the first two. Tell me about the beginnings of the Rakatan Empire. Long ago, we Rakata were a great spacefaring people. Our ships combined technology with the power of the Force, and we were able to pilot them to the farthest reaches of the galaxy. Everywhere we went, we found civilizations less advanced and weaker than our own, but instead of helping them advance, we conquered and enslaved them. Back then, we could still command the Force. That, combined with our advanced technology, made our march of conquest irresistible. Soon, the infinite empire stretched across the entire galaxy. Over time, we lost our ability to use the Force. Some believed we'd used the Force for so long that we evolved biologically and became immune to its effects. In any case, once we lost our sensitivity to the Force, our empire began to fracture. We had to divert to more conventional space travel using inferior technology. Our ultimate collapse was inevitable. How did you collapse? Long ago, the Rakata ruled the known galaxy. Species bowed to us, but we were corrupt, and our fall from glory is terrible lessons that must be learned. The infinite empire was built on slaughter. It was inevitable to collapse. War, plague, and slavery rebellion forced us to retreat back here to our hidden homeworld. Here, conflict amongst power-hungry warlords escalated into full civil war. Terrible weapons of mass destruction were unleashed, driving most of the Rakata far beneath the earth for shelter. Devastation ravaged the world. Our people were scattered, our cities leveled, and our very existence all but erased. The glory of the infinite empire is now nothing but dust and bones. In the past few thousand years, small bands of Rakata have begun to return to the surface, but they are primitive and superstitious. Only we elders remember anything of the true past. Do you know how to disable the disruptor field that caused my ship to crash? The field is an ancient defense of the Starforge. A great generator within the temple fuels it. You'll have to enter the temple to disable it. I have to go now? Yes, of course. You have much to do and little enough time to do it. If you ever have any questions, I'll be happy to try and answer them. Alright. We've got XP for talking to him. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to save again. And we're going to, like, speedrun this. Tell me about the tribe of the elders. Actually, I am kind of curious about this one. Tell me about the tribe. Descendants of the holy priest caste of the Infinite Empire, survivors of the terrible weapons during the final collapse of our empire. Inside the temple, our ancestors were saved from the devastation that forced the other tribes to flee underground. We emerged from the temple to find an empty and ruined land. Unless we understood the terrible power of our tech, to ensure it could never be unleashed on us again, we sealed the knowledge within the temple. Alright. Other tribes? Have you tried reasoning with the one? What do you know about the temple? Place of secrets, blah blah blah, shadow. Can any Rakata enter? No. Malik, Revan. What about the Starforge? Much of our knowledge was built during the height of the Empire long ago. We others have longed to destroy the Forge. We thought you were saviors, then you fucked up, and that was that. No XP, alright. Oh, this is the computer we're supposed to, like, hack or whatever, right? For the other guy? I think so. I'm just gonna loot the room. Sorry for skipping all that, but it's a lot of dialogue, and, like, I would have just ignored it altogether if it wasn't possibly an XP reward connected to it, so at least wanted to try to grab that quick. I enjoy the dialogue and the backstory and stuff, but, I mean, I could just read it in silence, which feels bad for the video, or I can, you know, skip it, so I try to make sure I like read the most interesting parts, and anything, of course, directly connected to the story. But beyond that, I just start skipping stuff, especially when it's like a lot of dialogue, like here. A lot of dudes to talk to about a lot of things. Alright, Elder Ricotta, Elder Ricotta. Oh, it's the food room! That's my favorite room, always. I wonder what we do with that disc. It feels like it should give us some weapons. Maybe it's like, maybe there's like a replicator or something weird in the temple now? Like, I don't know. Unless I can use it on the computer. Maybe I should check that. Okay, well this is back here. That's where the elders are. Alright, let's check the computer. We'll save before using it in case it like makes them hostile or something. But it's the only place here that the disc feels like it could be used. Although it doesn't necessarily make much sense, you know, for a data pad that they've been, like, keeping stashed in a box to be something that I can use to, like, get items or something. User verification, species non-Ricotta, access to auxiliary archives restricted to Ricotta or approved servants, slaves may not access the archives. I do serve the Ricotta, how else would I learn the language? Success, logic. Owner speaks language of the Ricotta in order to serve them. User added to the list of non-Ricotta. Further information can be obtained from the main archives within the temple. Downlink codes to bypass the exterior energy field. My archives are ready for information retrieval and download to remote datapad storage. I'm looking for secrets of the ancient Ricotta. Searching, retrieving information. Secrets are locked within the temple. Others seal this information away to prevent the technology from falling into the wrong hands. Tell me about the history of the Ricotta. At peak, the Infinite Empire ruled over 500 planets. It was comprised of 10 billion Ricotta and over 1 trillion slaves. 500 planets feels really low if it's a galactic empire. But over time, the empire grew weak and corrupt and turned against itself. Civil war, slave rebellions, and the Great Plague spread throughout the galaxy. A plague? Its origins are unknown. Perhaps the creation of enslaved species, perhaps a mutation of a natural virus killed only Ricotta, spread to every corner of the galaxy. The Empire crumbled into dust and survivors fled back here, isolated and hidden from the galaxy. But even hidden here, they were not safe. Millions died from the plague, and many more died in the never-ending civil war. History of the Empire ended 20,000 years ago. Now Ricotta are nothing but a few scattered primitive tribes battling for dominance and control. I'll be going now. Please return should require further information in the archives. Are you mad at me, Mr. Ricotta? Okay. Alright, that seems fine. Let's go rescue the duder. Actually, maybe we do that next time, since we are kind of close to time here on this episode. But we can at least get out of the compound. There's more Rancors. They just respawn instantly, I guess? That's fine. We'll, yeah, head over to the other Ricotta settlement, and then we can start next time immediately into infiltrating and or whatever. Maybe slaughtering our way in. I don't know how it works. Every fucking time. Both of you? Really? Oh no, you're here. Sorry, Giovanni. I didn't mean to I didn't mean to badmouth you like that. It's just that Jolie, that old man with his knees, taking forever to get anywhere. Is he? He's coming. Thought he might have been completely stuck on a corner. There he is. I think he did go somewhere stupid. It looked like he went around the ship weirdly. I really don't remember the companion pathfinding being that bad. But maybe I wasn't night speeding around everywhere, but I feel like I've definitely done night speed builds like plenty of time. So that can't be true. It would almost be funny if Jolie Bindo actually was slower. And it just had a tendency to like lag behind because he's an old man. Because I actually don't think I've like used Jolie as a staple on a previous playthrough. But I'm usually doing like dark side runs and running with like HK all the time and stuff. I'm usually running with the characters that I find most interesting and compelling to me as, you know, the player. We have seen you, interloper. You are a servant of the elders. By the order of the one, you must die. Alright, by your own fucking funeral, my guy. Do you know who the fuck I am? You think you can be the one to stop me?
I heard, I bet.
For the Republic! For the Republic! Ha!
I heard, I bet.
I'm just gonna run support. They got this. I don't need to, like, contribute.
I heard, I bet.
Oh.
I heard, I bet. I heard, I bet. Sure.
That is what a
Oh,
Jedi...
okay, okay. We're still going in. Fair enough. I thought we might have had a lull in combat there for a moment, but no. Alright, yeah, so there was no window for peaceful resolution there. It may just not be a thing. That wouldn't shock me. Okay, that was... That was interesting. The game couldn't decide if it wanted to jump, and so I decided to move, and then it decided we were jumping, but it already started moving. Crazy. Okay, well let's wrap it up here. Let's save over this slot. I'm gonna maybe leave this backup save pre like endgame if I remember. So we'll just rotate like 2 Rakata Starforge saves. All right, until next time.